MVP in game number 1, even though it was very different timings, not trying to rush for the standard ones, and it really worked out for him. It was a more slow-paced match that he was playing there, very successful against MVP. And now in game number 2 he has to do it again. He has to prove once more that he is able to advance to the next round of the tournament, and the map is already live. We are jumping now right into Daybreak, the second game between MVP and Kangho here at the WCS Season Finals Korea.
Here he is in the blue, one game away from defeat. Can he defeat his teammate and bring it to a third game? He is.
LGIM MVP from Europe.
Yeah, if the trend continues, then we are going to see another third game. So far we didn't have a single series that was finished in only 2 maps. So maybe MVP able to win this and continue the trend here, bringing us another great game in Group B between himself and Kangho. Starting to the top right.
LGIM Kangho from Korea.
I actually completely missed that we didn't introduce Kangho yet.
That's fine. Everything is okay. And, well, you know, you talked about how this map is good for Roach mainly, and part of the reason why is because the rush distance is not too far. The other reason is there's 2 different entrances to get into the natural, where there's no high ground. Once you get in to either the front ramp that drone just went up, or the ramp to the side, there's nothing to stop you high ground wise. You're not going to be, it's not like Akalon where all your bunkers are right on top of a high ground. Once you get in, then there's no high ground advantage for the defender.
This is actually one of those maps where we've seen this for the first time, where Roach bailing was kind of developed, and that is something that has been so dominant in Wings of Liberty especially. So right now what we see is not only the hatch first, but at the same time also on the low ground we have a command center first that's being produced here.
Yep, CC first getting harassed, Lucira style.
Yeah, I think we have an issue. There we go.
You know what's funny is Lucira has just been very annoying in this entire group ever since the beginning with his drone scout. Never leaving anything to chance.
Takes gas first and then going into pool.
He always is doing this. Even last game.
Yeah, a little bit reluctant to drop the second hatch before the pull here, even though he scouts that there is a CC first. But with the gas, he has the potential for aggression. That's definitely true. So there are very different timings that you can hit, and maybe he's going for one of them. We talked a little bit about Roach bailing being strong on Daybreak. It's a really good map for it. And we've seen, of course, Kangho with a little bit of a tendency to throw down that strategy.
Yeah, he definitely likes it. He's very good at it. And, you know, it's almost like Genius with Void Race. It just goes together.
We could also see, like, something just poking a little bit, you know? You don't have to commit this heavily on this aggression. You can just get a Roach Warren, you can go for fewer early Roaches. Just go into as much damage as you possibly could, just taking down Harvesters, not even focusing on the base itself.
Yeah, one of those early, like, 9 Roach pushes.
Yeah, 9 to 12. And then you just fall back, take your bases, you drone up behind it, and you can even switch your composition and start going into Mutiling, Baneling after this if you want. You still have the Roach one that keeps you safe against Hellions, so it's something that he could do. I don't really think he will, but he has options.
Yeah, definitely does. There's the factory going down. And MVP, will he take a second gas and go into Hellbats, or is he just going to play, you know, more of the style we've seen already? SV really wants to see if there's gas or if he's taking the third base. Doesn't see a third hatchery, and of course he can assume there's gas. And look at this lair.
Sexy. 5-minute mark going straight into the lair tag. And this can be so many things. We could see a drop. We could see a Nidus network, or we could see a really fast tech into Mutalisks.
Yeah. I have this Mutalist feel right now. That this could be something we see. It catches somebody who goes for heavy Hellions early on and into a fast third command center very off guard sometimes.
Big question here is, of course, how heavily do you commit to it? How much do you really want to gamble with this? A Nidus network is, of course, the strongest when you get a Nidus into the main base, but it's also the most risky thing that you could do, because if your opponent scouts it, then you are in trouble. But we see now for MVP, once again, a move right into the armory. And Kangho actually gets the Roach Warren here.
Yeah. Armory, like you said, going down for the Hellbats. There's an Overlord to try to spot that armory on the left side, and you know if he sends it around to the main base, he will actually see that. I mean, he just clicked right next to it. As you guys saw, the little red mark, that means he clicked there. He's definitely going to see the armory.
Yeah, usually when you see a Roach Warren, I mean, it could mean that we really see the Nidus network here. He goes into Burrow upgrade before he gets speed or anything, so he's not relying Yeah, there's the Nidus.
Nidus network.
Has
So
the Nidus right away,
So
and
he's
this
probably
is going to
gonna-
be really, really cool.
he's probably going to go for that forward Nidus rather than go for the Nice in the main. Although he does have an Overlord in position to go for the main base.
You know, he cancelled Burrow.
Yeah, he did.
So he cancelled the upgrade. And he has the Overlords in several positions where he could drop it. He could drop one Nidus network to the right side and then another one to the left. The Roaches are there. And this could end in a flash.
It really could. A key team flash even. We'll see.
Hellions moving in, immediately being repelled here. The Queens alone are already doing a lot.
Yeah, really important for him to not get into the main and see that Nidus network.
Overlord is now in a position where the Nidus would get spotted though. He has another one to the left side. Here is where he's going to drop it. And it is in vision. It's going to be in vision of what's happening. And he sees the Spore Crawler in
He
the
just
main
does
base.
it outside the main. This is what, you know, you can do if you... He has a feeling his Overlord's going to get scouted. He knows that's a little bit risky, so he just goes to the front. I like this.
That timing. There's
Hellbats.
nothing in the bunker.
There's nothing in the bunker. There's nothing in anything. He's got no units here. And here come the
Queen-
units.
Queen is there, can immediately also chop a creep tumor, and we have another one in the main base. Now he's chopping the one in the main base. He can bounce between the two of them. The one in the main base is going to be good, but the bunker is going to die here. And there is nothing for MVP to defend. He's now dropping into his opponent's main base. This could do a lot of damage and kill the entire economy of Kangho. But there are units everywhere for the Zerg player in the main base and at the front now for LGIM MVP.
He needs more Roaches to defend the Hellbats, though. 4 Hellbats are not going to get killed by this few Roaches.
He just needs to run away with those drones for now. He needs to run away with the drones and just do the damage, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. The Queens are already there, have a little bit of energy left for a Transfuse, could use that anytime. So many SCVs going down already, but it's an overwhelming amount, and the Hellions behind it should help him a lot against it.
Yeah, I think MVP is possibly just done this. I mean, he's going to kill the last of these Queens. The Roaches are going down. The production for Kangho is terrible because he has no mining right now.
Yeah, he's just trying to get his mining up again, and he lost a lot of harvesters here. That sneaking by of the Hellions and of course the Hellbats, that is a huge problem for Kangho. Getting those 2 Nidus networks here was perfect, but these drops with Hellbats, they are just so strong.
Oh, and they're even stronger. What is he doing?
He realized that he could move back, but he did it a little bit too fast. And they actually killed the same amount of harvesters here.
Yeah.
Nearly. 23 to 24.
27 drones versus 21 SCVs, but with double mules and the tech that MVP has out, I favor him quite highly in this situation.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate here for Kangho. I mean, the entire strategy was just based on a fast tech at the 5-minute mark, rushing up to there, going straight for the Nidus network. And he got it into the main base. He dropped one at the front, distracted his opponent, got the one in the main base. But the double Hellbat drop, he didn't really see that coming, or he just underestimated it. And that's something you should never do. Never underestimate an Hellbat drop. It's going to be the last thing you do.
Yep. And he is basically dead here. He's got nothing to defend the Hellions. He's got Hellbats in his main base.
He's losing too many harvesters.
He's losing way too many. MVP already has a better economy.
He loses everything now at the natural, and he can defend against it, yes, but no, just no.
Nope.
23, 21, 19, 18 left in the GG as MVP takes it to a 3rd game.
Yeah, we had now 5 game 3s. This will be our 5th game 3 in the group. So every single series we had going to a game 3. So very, very close, tense matches. One of the closest groups I've ever cast in this format.